Howdy, if you watched the first video, you know my name's Eric Fish. I'm an associate professor of English here at Northeast State, and I'm teaching the ENGL 0870 IF1 course. You may also hear it called AIS. They're going to make this an independent study course, which means nothing on the student's end, and doesn't really mean a lot on my end either. It's just a different course designation. There's only 2 students in the course. So basically what it means, it's not going to be part of my teaching course load, which has no effect on you really. But I want to go over the syllabus real quickly. I'm already on the D2L homepage. I showed you how to get there on a previous video, on YouTube video number 1. But we're going to click on our course. Still need to update that upcoming assignments page, don't I? But we're going to go to content. And you'll see under course documents, you'll see the addendum and detailed schedule. That's the course syllabus for the course. Sometimes when I do these videos, you might see some things there might be things up on my page that aren't up on yours. Sometimes I put extra stuff up on there just for my benefit. I'm going to open this up in Word. Yours is a PDF document. Oops. But Word's a little easier for me to highlight and point out different things. The syllabus is kind of the contract for the course, so to speak. And it's going to have all the policies and all the horrible things that'll happen to you if you don't do what you're supposed to. But basically, the syllabus kind of goes over what you already know about life, right? You got to show up, you got to do the work, you got to be honest and treat people respectfully, and you got to communicate, particularly to keep small problems small and to let me know there's problems. If you don't tell me there's a problem, I can't help you with it, right? Same thing about your jobs, same jobs you've had. You got to show up, you got to do the work, you got to get along. You can't, you got to be honest and you got to communicate. In your personal relationships, same thing. If you're not being honest, you're not communicating, you're going to have trouble within that personal relationship. So there's nothing new here. It's just, kind of recoded in a different way. Just going to go through some major things. You're going to do a syllabus quiz, so I'm not going to spend 30 minutes here reading the entire syllabus to you. You can read faster than I can talk anyway. But when we talk about email, you should be emailing me through D2L. That's where the course is located. That's where I kind of see all my students all at once. If there's an emergency or D2L goes down, you can use my Northeast State address. But I tend to get about 30 emails a day, most of it garbage. And if I don't know who badboy57 is at gmail.com, I may not pay much attention to that particular email on my Northeast State email. So definitely want to focus, make sure you're trying to email me through D2L, if you possibly can. I am going to be on the main campus this semester. I will post my office hours once I know what they are. And feel free to come by. This is it's supposed to be an internet class, but I'm on campus. Or if you're out at the KC or the RCAM or whatever, and you need me to come out there, we can probably make arrangements. I'm over at the Y quite a bit. You wouldn't know it by looking at me, but I do like to go to the Y and work out. And there's nothing that would stop me from coming over to the academic village over in Kingsport to talk to a student either. So if you're kind of getting a little lost with something, or you just say, I just really need somebody to just explain this to me real quickly, I'm happy to do that. Otherwise, most of our stuff's going to be happening through D2L. For the course description, this is a writing course. Generally, this is a writing course for students in certificate programs who are required to take this class just to meet their certificate requirements. It's quite often this is HVAC folks, welding folks. Really not folks who signed up for the program thinking, yay, I get to write essays too. But it's an important part of you as a human being, learning how to write, learning how to communicate. And of course, writing is just a reflection of your critical thinking abilities eventually. So we're going to be doing quite a bit of writing. In fact, that's all we're going to be doing in this course. But the idea is to kind of see where everybody's starting at and get you to a particular point. Academically, by the end of this course, you should be able to go into Comp 1, a college level writing course. Doesn't mean you're going to or you really want to, but you are qualified to do that. And so the course objectives are focused on your writing, using outside sources, a little bit of research. Don't panic when you hear research. You do it all the time. You do Google searches all the time, probably. That's research. We're just going to kind of formalize that, maybe use a little bit more reliable sources and cite those when we use them in essays. There is a required text. It's a grammar workbook by Jeanette Atkins. It's kind of a nice, particularly for internet students. The exercises are hopefully fairly self-explanatory, but also the answers are in the back of the book. So you do an exercise, you can see if you got it right. And if you're really having a particular problem with one thing, then you can email me and say, look, I've done all the exercises, and some of them are going to be assigned anyway. I'm still not getting this. That's a good sign. We might want to meet, and I can try and go over it and help you out a little bit. You might want a thumb drive to make sure you're saving your work. Don't just keep everything in Google Docs and have your brother or your child go in and delete your Google Docs, and then there's nothing I can do there. I don't have a copy of the essay at that point. So make sure you're backing up your work. If you want to see the grading, the easiest way is to go to excuse me. I believe it's page 6 here. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm talking about grading. Go to page 8. You'll see all the grades for the course. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Basically what's going to happen is writing's the process. You start with pre-writing, where we go do some exercises. I review the assignments. You'll watch a YouTube video of me going over the assignment. Again, we might do some exercises. We might do some journal entries. In fact, we will do journal entries with each one. And then you'll start writing. Then eventually you're going to submit it. I'm going to look at it, offer commentary. Then you're going to revise it. Then you're going to submit it for a grade. Then even after you get it back graded, you're going to revise it one more time and resubmit it. So there's a whole process, and we're going to repeat that process with each writing project. Starting off small with a descriptive paragraph. It may not feel small when you're writing, but when you get to the end of the semester, you're going to think, wow, I wish I was just writing that, descriptive paragraphs. Then we're going to start moving up to the essay format. Then going to kind of work with your career essay. If you're in the welding program, what kind of options do you have once you graduate? What kind of additional certifications can you seek? And what kind of things can you do as you pursue your career? We're going to end with a medical essay. We're going to talk about someone's medical problem and put the research into it. Hopefully essays that you're kind of at least somewhat interested in the topic and interested in developing some of these ideas. But you add them all up, there's 1,000 points for the course. 90% is an A, 80% is a B, 70% is a C. But all the grades are laid out there. As I post them in D2L, you might want to keep up with them on your grade sheet. Make sure I'm not making any mistakes. There's only 2 students in the class right now. Hopefully I can separate the both of you out, but you never know. I might get busy, or my kids might be aggravating me or something, I transpose a grade or something. So if something looks wrong in the D2L grade book, be sure and let me know. If you see something boxed and bolded, that's where the problems in internet courses occur. It's when the problems in most classes occur. It's kind of the problem in most relationships occur, right? If you have an issue or concern, be sure and let me know. I can't help you if I don't know what the problem is. I can't tell you who to go see to help you. You just got to let people know what's going on, and try and keep small problems small. Try and let me know as soon as possible as well. If you just disappear in the class for 4 weeks, that's a problem, right? You're not turning in work, you're behind. I don't know if you're even going to continue with the course. Kind of communicate, send emails like, I'm having a bad time, I want to be in the course. I need to go take care of this or something. I'll try and work with you. It doesn't mean you're going to pass, but you have a better chance of doing well or passing the course if you let people know what's going on. Also, make sure you save your work. Don't get done with a career essay and then lose it because somebody got mad and threw your computer out the window, or somebody deleted something or whatever. Make sure you have backup copies, even in Google Docs. Make sure you have a backup. Assignment's going to be due twice a week. Sometimes it's going to be fairly small things, but I kind of want to make sure you're kind of pacing yourself with the essays, not trying to write them the night before they're due. Generally, that results in a bad essay, or students panic and start plagiarizing, cut and pasting off the internet. So we're kind of spreading it out. Also, kind of keeps you in contact with the course. There's a late penalty, 20%. If you let me know what's going on ahead of time, generally, I'll try and work with you. People are busy. I've already seen some of your schedules, and you got a lot going on there, don't you? And plus, you might probably have a family at home or of some kind, and they want your attention. And We're all kind of working hard. But again, communicate. Let me know what's going on. Be smart, save your work, cover your rear end. Definitely don't throw out any graded work till the end of the semester. If I die in a fiery car crash the day before grades are due, do you have your graded work that you can show my dean and still get your credit for the course? Now, I will try not to die in a fiery car crash, but lesser things have happened that have caused students trouble if they haven't saved their work. You won't be able to prove you've taken the course and done well in it. The rest of this you can kind of read through. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. Someone's very important. If you don't do the paperwork to drop a class, or you just decide I'm just not going to go to any of my classes for the rest of the semester, and you don't actually drop the classes, you're going to get an F at the end of those classes, and that can haunt you for a while if you ever want to come back to school. So make sure you do the paperwork. This is an institution, Northeast State is, in every sense of the word. You got to do the paperwork. But most of this you can, most of it's common sense. You got to do your own work. If you cut and paste, you're being dishonest, and you're gonna get feel some pain there if you get caught. Again, the rest of this, some of it doesn't even apply. We don't really need an emergency statement for an internet class. If your house is on fire, get out. If the school's on fire, get out. Right? But on page 6, you'll see the class schedule. When something says due, it's due that day. So this first week, we're doing things, but for Tuesday, nothing's really due. I want you watching these videos, kind of getting, settled in the course a little bit. On Friday, the paragraph exercise and the syllabus quiz is due by 11:59 Friday night. In other words, it should be in the Dropbox when I wake up and start grading things on Saturday morning. But when things are due, they're due that day. Journals 1 and 2 are due Tuesday, September 3rd, and so on and so on. But you got to see that process where we kind of start with exercises, like for this first one, an introduction to the class, using Microsoft Word, and learning how to submit things in D2L. And it's kind of starting with a short writing assignment with a descriptive paragraph, and then we're going to practice that writing process, and then we're going to move on to longer assignments and more complex assignments. But again, don't panic. You might say research. Don't think, I can't do research papers. Everybody can do a research paper. It just takes a little practice, and it takes students asking questions like, okay, you lost me here with what a paraphrase is. Please explain that again. And that's my job. Don't be shy about asking questions. But that's kind of the syllabus. Everything's kind of on one document there, so it's kind of long. But hopefully you're just going to be focused on the class schedule, make sure you're keeping up with the work. Most of the policies just kind of kick in when something's going wrong, whether it's your fault or not, or something you can control or not. But it kind of just defines what's going to happen when we have to go outside that class schedule. If you have any questions about the syllabus or something doesn't sound right, be sure and let me know. Again, with the syllabus quiz, you're just going to download. I'll get back to it here real quick. It's up there on the course documents page. You're just going to open that in Word. Make sure you download it. Don't try and do this within within D2L. Bad things will happen. You want to download it to your computer and open it, and then answer those questions. You can, obviously it's open syllabus, so you're just going to go through there, answer the questions, and send that back to me through the Dropbox, and I'll show you how to do that in a later video. So that's why I'm not going to read this syllabus all the way, for the next 30 minutes and put you to sleep. Put myself to sleep too. I'm the one who wrote it, so I already know it's there. But you just got to answer those questions at the end of the question mark and send that back to me, and that'll be a good check to make sure you've read the syllabus. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know. But we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.